How has your experience, your personal experience, being present at executions, affected your understanding of the crucifixion?
Wow. I mean, you know, this cross was given to me by a prisoner. His brother was executed. And he's the one who actually did the killing, but his life was saved. And he didn't have money because they don't get paid at the Louisiana State Penitentiary. The only way he could get money to give to an inmate to make this cross for him was to give his plasma. So I have a cross that was bought by a prisoner's blood who was guilty of killing 2 teenage kids. And when I wrote Dead Man Walking, I came to the part where they actually killed Patrick Saunier and 5 other people. You don't have many words. And you notice in the Gospels, and the evangelist just said, and they crucified him there. What it is when it's distilled, and I got a chance to have a dialogue with Pope John Paul about it. And I said, Your Holiness, when you're walking with a human being to his death, he's shackled hand and feet, he's been rendered defenseless. The gospel of Jesus gets very crystallized at a time like that. What are you for? Are you for life or death? Are you for vengeance or compassion? Are you for love or hate? Because you can't call this an act of love, to render a person defenseless and take them and kill them. It's a crystallized act of hatred by the community. And I watched, and of course, for Dobie, I held up my cross. He was an African-American man with an IQ of 65. He was innocent, and they killed him. And as he looked to me from the gurney, I held up my cross, that he is sharing in the suffering with Jesus on this cross, and he's an innocent man, and he walked to his death with dignity, and he even forgave his persecutors before they strapped him on the gurney. I get to really see the gospel of Jesus lived. And I want to say about those who are guilty, I'm horrified at their crime. When I wrote Dead Man Walking, on every page of that book you can see I'm horrified at the crime they did, and then I'm horrified at watching the state in the most premeditated way, this cold legal calculus of taking the life of people. It's an act of supreme violence. And I get caught, I use often the 2 arms of the cross. And to follow the way of Jesus is, we live in a culture that says choose sides. If you're on the side of the perpetrator and you want to stand for their human rights, you don't want to see them executed, but you can't be on the side of the victim. And the gospel of Jesus calls us to be on both sides. The gospel of Jesus stretches us. Reconciliation is always deeper than polarities, our society. You either this or that, seesaw. You're for the victims or you're for the perpetrator. No. The love and dignity of every human person means people are worth more than the worst act of their life. And we need to put our arms around both.